64 years ago, a deadly storm ripped through the Fargo Moorhead area, leaving 10 people dead. It also produced a F5 tornado. Valley News Team's Aaron Walling spoke with experts on how that day became etched into history.
64 years ago, on June 20th, 1957, the Fargo Moorhead area was struck by a deadly F5 tornado that caused death and substantial damage, hitting speeds between 261 to 318 miles per hour.
That was about 10 mile long and 50-minute long, meaning, and given that that was a 600-yard wide, that would give about 2 minutes in each point. That tornado just devastated the area.
It was the first tornado to receive an F5 rating based off the scale from Tatsuya Fujita, who was also called Mr. Tornado. Reports say that 10 people died, over 100 were injured, and $25 million of damage occurred. Of those that died, 6 were the Munson children.
It was Mercedes Munson, their mother. It was her 36th birthday that day. And the reason why they stayed home was because they were planning on throwing her a surprise party. And so there were neighbors who were telling them, you need to get in the car and go. And they wouldn't leave the house because they were wanting to stay there and give her this surprise birthday party. And they stayed and they were all killed.
Tornadoes are extremely dangerous and cause catastrophic damage. Valley News Live's Summer Schnellbach explains on what has to happen for a tornado to arrive.
So say down at ground level, the wind is moving in one direction, maybe 20 miles an hour. So for example, and 5,000 feet higher, it's moving in a completely different direction in a different speed. That's going to create a horizontal tube of air within that thunderstorm. Then within that thunderstorm also you have rising warm air from the surface. And once that hits that horizontal spinning tube of air, it can tilt it and become vertically spinning.
64 years later, and we have a better understanding of these dangerous storms. In Fargo, Aaron Walling, Valley News Live.
The most recent F5 tornado in the U.S. was 8 years ago on May 20th, 2013, when Moore, Oklahoma was hit, causing the deaths of 24 people.